A lot of people think getting the dream flow is just about growing your hair longer, but if that was true, everyone would have it. The reality is most guys quit halfway through the process. They either get stuck in the awkward phase, visit the barber too early, or style their hair completely wrong. And after talking to hundreds of men trying to grow longer hairstyles, I noticed the same mistakes happening again and again. So I decided to create a complete system for getting the dream flow in 2026. Not just random tips, but a real process you can follow. The very first step of achieving dream flow is to know whether dream flow works on your face shape or not. The same haircut can look amazing on one person and completely off on another. If your face is more oval, you're lucky. Almost any variation of dream flow will suit you because your proportions are already balanced. If you have a round face, you need more volume on top and less width on the sides to make your face look longer. If your face is more square with a strong jawline, you can go for a slightly structured flow because your features can handle it. And if your face is longer, you don't want too much height on top. You want more flow towards the side to create balance. If you don't know your face shape, you can check it in Manly AI, which is available both on the App Store and the Play Store. Now, you know your face shape, let's talk texture, because this is the second reason so many guys get disappointed with their flow. If you have straight hair, your biggest challenge is volume. Your hair naturally falls flat, so you will need layering and light styling to give it that lift. If you have wavy hair, you're in the sweet spot. Dream flow was basically made for you. Your natural waves already create movement, so you just need to shape them properly. And if you have curly hair, you can still get a version of dream flow, but you will need to grow it a bit longer so the curls can drop and create a flow instead of just puffing up. Thickness matters too. Thin hair needs careful layering so it doesn't look even thinner. Thick hair needs some weight removal so it will just look bulky instead of flowing. Now, here's something most people completely overlook when trying to get the dream flow. And honestly, this can save your months of frustration. A lot of guys start growing their hair without even knowing whether the dream flow will actually suit their face or not. They spend months growing it out, go through the awkward phase, and only later realize the hairstyle doesn't match them the way they expected. But now you don't have to guess anymore. With Manly AI, you can actually preview the dream flow on your face before committing to the process. To do this, open the app, go to the Match Hairstyle section, choose dream flow from the recommended hairstyles, and upload a clear photo of yourself. Within seconds, the app shows you how the hairstyle would actually look on your face shape and features. You now know your face shape, understand your texture, and preview the dream flow on your face. So now, we have to talk about the ideal length for a proper dream flow. The top of the dream flow should be around 5 inches. The sides should be around 3.5 inches, and the back around 4 inches. Now here's the barber schedule you're going to follow. You're going to the barber every 2 months. It gives your hair enough time to make meaningful progress while keeping the shape clean enough that it never looks like you just gave up. I'm assuming you currently have shorter hair. Let's say you have 1 inch on top, about half an inch on the back, and very short on the sides. Let's walk through what each visit should actually look like. After 2 months of growing hair, you need to visit your barber for the very first time for the dream flow. This is the visit where you set the foundation. At this point, you're probably working with something like 2 inches on top, about half an inch on the sides, and 1 inch at the back. At this visit, tell your barber you're intentionally growing a flow, not just growing your hair out. Then tell them to clean up the sides and back without taking any length off the top. You're also going to ask them to blend the sides into the top so there is no harsh disconnection as the top starts to grow. The sides should sit at around a number 2 to 3 fade, low enough to look clean, high enough that it doesn't clash with the top as it grows. This visit is purely about setting the shape. You're not seeing the flow yet. That's fine. After 2 months, it is time for your second visit. By now, your top has grown out to roughly 3 inches. The sides have come in a bit and grown to 1.5 inches and probably need the most work. The back has also filled in and grown to 2 inches and maybe starting to look a little unruly at the neckline. At the chair, you're asking your barber to maintain the sides by cleaning up the dead ends and neaten up the neckline at the back. Keep the back length, but clean the outline. The top stays untouched. The front is where you're starting to see something now. Though 3 inches are the beginning of the flow, starting to take shape, do not let them touch the front. Be specific about that. At this visit, you can also have a conversation about direction. Tell your barber which way you want hair to fall, to the side, back, or a combination. They can start to cut and shape with the direction in mind so the layers are working with your desired flow rather than against it. After growing your hair for another 2 months, it is time for your third barber visit. This is the visit where things start getting exciting. Your top is now sitting at roughly 4 inches. The front is long enough to actually start moving. The sides and back are the main focus at this appointment. At this visit, here's what you tell your barber. Don't make big changes in sides. Just clean up the dead ends, clean up the outline of the back, and you can now start to let the back length sit a little longer than before. This starts to give the hair that natural fall at the back, which is a huge part of how a flow looks when you're moving. For the top and front, you're just asking for a very light dusting if there are any split ends or uneven sections, but no real length is coming off. The goal is shape refinement, not a cut. If you have a round face, for example, you should keep the sides tighter and let the top sit with more height. If you have a square face, you should allow a bit more softness on the sides. Another 2 months pass and your top is sitting around 5 inches. The front is long enough to sweep properly. The sides have grown in again around 3.5 inches and the back is starting to have a real presence at 4 inches. At this appointment, you're telling your barber to let your back breathe a little more now. If the back length is sitting at around 3 to 4 inches after cleanup, that's where you want it. It should blend into the flow naturally. Now, get cut so short that there is a gap between the back and the rest of the hair. For the front, finally, you can ask for a very light shaping here. Not a trim for length, but a shaping. So the front falls cleanly in one direction instead of splitting on going rogue. For the top, keep the length. Ask them to remove any bulk if the hair is thick. Thinning shears on thick hair at this stage make a huge difference in how much the flow actually moves. Okay, last piece, styling. Because the flow can look 10 times better or 10 times worse, depending on how you style it. And most guys are making this harder than it needs to be. The first rule of styling a flow is to start with how you dry your hair. If you're just towel rubbing your hair dry and walking out the door, you're creating frizz and mess before the day even starts. Instead, squeeze the moisture out gently with a towel, don't rub, and then either air dry or use a blow dryer on a low heat setting while using your fingers to guide the hair in the direction you want the flow to fall. For products, I always say less is more. The current aesthetic for a flow is natural looking, not crunchy or stiff. A light hold cream or a small amount of lightweight hair oil is usually all you need. Work it through your hair when it is still slightly damp, not completely dry. The second rule is to train your hair. This sounds weird, but it is real. Hair gets used to falling a certain way. If you consistently dry your hair in the direction of your desired flow, usually to one side or slightly back and to the side, your hair will start to naturally sit that way even without product. Give it 3 to 4 weeks of consistency. You will notice the difference. For wavy or curly hair, apply product on damp hair. Scrunch upward gently to encourage the natural wave pattern and let it air dry without touching it. This is called the hold and release technique, and it defines the wave without making it stiff. And that's how you can rock the dream flow in 2026. I've also made a separate video on growing hair in 2026. Watch this next.